Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Friday, September 11th. Hope you're having a good Friday so far. Or I hope you had a good week, too. Been kind of a short one. Warm up today, dynamic range of motion as usual. 4 rounds of 50% of your max rep strict pull-up. Just going to get a little dosing of pull-ups today. If you don't have that number, you can do ring rows, or you can attempt to do strict pull-ups. Feel free to do some banded pull-ups if you'd like in place of that. If you don't have a place to do pull-ups, you can do some bent rows, or just sub out something that's going to get you moving, like sit-ups or something like that. 10 good mornings with an empty barbell. Boom, pushing our hips back, standing up after each rep. And then 5 tempo push-ups. 5 seconds down, 5 seconds up in the push-up. I'd like you to do some position that allows you to get through all 5 seconds count and all 5 reps. So if you have to elevate your chest to a box or something like that, you can do that. If you need to do it off your knees, go ahead and do that. Moving on to a strength portion, start of the workout. We're going to do a power clean and jerk, work up to a heavy single for the day. It's been a while since we've done that. The power clean and jerk, we're pulling from the floor, jump, get set. Here, you can push jerk, you can split jerk, whichever you prefer and are well versed in. If you don't know how to split jerk, probably don't need to be messing with that today. For those that are fairly new to training, your training age, if it's younger, meaning probably within the last few months or a year, a few months is more like it. Let's just get some reps in. Okay, we're going to be on a 12-minute clock, similar to the sumo deadlifts we did this last Friday. But just try to get some repetition. It's not necessary for you to work up to a heavy single. Work up to something you're comfortable in, and let's just knock out some reps for 12 minutes. Those at home who don't have a bar, or if you don't have a bar either way, just go ahead and skip this piece for the day. Conditioning. Once we're done with that, we're going to move on to 3 rounds for time, 50 Russian kettlebell swings. We have our kettlebell pushing the hips back, coming up to eye level. Something to note on the Russian kettlebell swing. When we push back, I want you to note what this looks like. If I have a barbell here, it looks very similar to a deadlift or an RDL, or not so much a clean, but one of those two. If I had a bar up here, kind of looks like a good morning. What's happening in the Russian swing is you're loading your hamstrings. Correlate that movement with those other movements. A lot of times we have to correct a squat to this. Right? It's not necessarily a squat. It's a pushing back of the hips, loading the hamstrings. Deadlift, good morning, RDL, something like that. 50 Russian swings, moderately heavy if you can handle it. I would say something you can probably do with all 50, maybe even 1 break, okay? 25 burpees. Here's the kicker. The burpees are going to tire you out for the swings. That's why it's going to be important to have a weight that's not overbearing, because 150 reps total is going to get tough, especially after 25 or 50 burpees. Scale the burpees down if you need to. The 50 kettlebell swings, we can just take the weight down to a lighter load to allow you to get through that to where it's not going to be overly taxing, again, unless you're newer to training. If you feel like you need to scale down the 50 reps, go ahead and do so. But we can scale the weight on that versus the burpees. It's our body weight we're moving. So we're going to have to definitely scale the reps on that if you need to. If you don't have any weights at home, guys, you're going to do 3 rounds, 50 burpees, 1.5 minute rest. Now, I know that can be a lot, so maybe you scale those down. 30 burpees, 1.5 minute rest for 3 rounds for overall time. See what you can get there. Mosquitoes are bad this week from the rain. And once we're done with that, we're going to do a 4-minute pancake stretch. That is when we are sitting on the ground with our legs as wide as we can get them, trying to get forward. Each minute you should try to settle down a little bit deeper into what's called a passive position, just letting your body sink down further and further each minute. And then when we finish that up, we're going to call it a day. Make sure you hit that ROMWOD when you get a chance. Get ready for the weekend. We'll see you tomorrow.